Is there a difference between complicated and complex? It's not that complex or complicated. Let's get into it.
At Anker Bioss, we unleash the potential of individuals and organizations. Welcome to the Anker Bioss Podcast, navigating the path to extraordinary leadership. We blend insightful conversations, in-depth leadership training, and practical insights to guide you on your journey to extraordinary leadership. Whether you're inspired by the experiences of others or seeking hands-on advice to enhance your leadership style, the Anker Bioss Podcast provides a comprehensive roadmap. Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome back to the Anker Bioss Podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that's at the heart of every business challenge: the difference between complicated and complex. Now, here's the thing. Some things in life are complicated. Like building a watch, there are lots of gears and parts, and you have to figure out how they fit together. With enough knowledge and time, you can solve the problem step by step. It's complicated, but complicated is predictable. Other things are complex. Think of them like the weather: unpredictable, constantly changing, and no matter how much you know, you can't control all the variables. Leading in these environments means being ready for surprises and adapting on the fly. So how do you manage something that's complicated versus something that's complex? Today, we've got a story that'll bring those differences to life. This one's brewing just right. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Meet Maria, a passionate entrepreneur who opened a cozy little cafe called Café Terra in a friendly neighborhood. Maria's love for coffee isn't just about caffeine. It's about the stories, connections, and artistry behind every cup. She sources beans from small, sustainable farms and carefully crafts her menu with rotating seasonal offerings. Café Terra quickly becomes the go-to spot for the community, a place where people can relax, connect, and enjoy a unique coffee experience. But as Café Terra's popularity grows, so do Maria's ambitions. She's thinking of expanding, maybe opening a second location or even franchising her brand. Here's where things start to get complex. You see, running one cafe is one thing, but scaling that experience across multiple locations? That's a whole new ballgame. Maria is now facing decisions that can't just be solved by following a step-by-step manual. Her brand design, for instance, should she keep that small artisanal feel or tweak it for a broader audience? And what about her menu? She's known for innovation, but how can she keep things fresh while ensuring consistency if she has several cafes running simultaneously? Then there's the business model. Should she go for licensing or retain full ownership? Oh, and let's not forget franchising. How does she ensure franchisees maintain the Café Terra vibe instead of turning it into just another generic coffee chain? All of these decisions are connected and they feed off each other in unpredictable ways. This is complexity at work. Maria's choice will have ripple effects, and success isn't guaranteed. She has to be adaptable and ready to pivot when things don't go as planned. It's like trying to herd cats in a thunderstorm. Good luck predicting what's going to happen next. Now let's shift gears and talk about Starbucks, everyone's favorite coffee giant. Starbucks is the epitome of complicatedness. The company operates thousands of stores worldwide, serving millions of people every day. While it might seem like a behemoth compared to Maria's little cafe, Starbucks has cracked the code for managing complicated systems. Starbucks is a well-oiled machine. Everything from their supply chain to employee training to store design follows a carefully crafted process. When Starbucks decides to open a new store, it's not a chaotic scramble, it's a highly predictable sequence of events. They analyze the market, pick a location, design the store, hire and train staff, and voila, another Starbucks is born, with the same familiar menu and atmosphere as all the others. It's complicated, sure, but it's predictable. The steps are clear, and once mastered, they can be repeated over and over again. But don't be fooled by how easy it looks. Managing a massive global operation like Starbucks involves tons of moving parts, and you need to master procedures to keep it all running smoothly. Starbucks isn't just serving coffee, they're managing a finely tuned system that requires constant attention and adjustment. The beauty is that most of their challenges can be solved by following their tried and true playbook. So let's compare. Maria at Café Terra? She's dealing with complexity. Her challenges aren't just about knowledge or procedures. They're about navigating a web of interconnected decisions, market unknowns, and emerging behaviors. She needs to build capacity in ways that help her adapt to the unexpected, like a sailor steering through unpredictable waters. Starbucks, on the other hand, deals with complicatedness. Their system requires expertise and precision, but once the system is set, the path is clear. Starbucks builds capacity by refining each part of its process, ensuring consistency and efficiency across every store worldwide. It's more like flying a commercial jet, complex in design, but once you know how it works, you can replicate it with precision. At the end of the day, both Maria and Starbucks face challenges, but the nature of those challenges is fundamentally different. Café Terra needs flexibility and adaptability to grow in a world full of surprises, while Starbucks leans on its structured processes to maintain dominance in a complex world where its structure provides predictability. Needless to say, both require very different leadership and management styles, not to mention skills, abilities, and capability. And that's a wrap on today's episode. Whether you're leading a small business like Café Terra or running a large operation like Starbucks, understanding the difference between complexity and complicatedness can help you approach your challenges more effectively. If you're building capacity in a complex world, remember, it's about adaptability, creativity, and staying nimble. But if you're managing something complicated, it's all about precision, process, and expertise. Thanks for tuning in to the Anker Bioss Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with a friend who might need a little help navigating their own coffee-flavored challenges. Until next time, keep brewing those ideas and leading with confidence. Come back for more puns.
Thank you for tuning in to the Anker Bioss Podcast. We can't wait to continue this conversation with you in our next episode. Until then, keep leading with purpose and vision.